And 5D is 555 El Camino Real. And it's a request for temporary use permit to allow a construction staging area in a parking lot per section 1284-030 of the San Bruno Municipal Code. Staff report, please.
Thank you. The application is for a temporary use permit for a construction staging area in the city parking lot, which is located south of the fire station. And so you may recall that the municipal code was amended to really specify that a construction staging area did need to be approved by the Planning Commission. That was a change made in 2007. So we haven't seen a lot of these applications come before you, but you have the authority to approve a construction staging area for up to 1 year under the municipal code. The applicant is under contract with the city to do the landscape improvements to the medians on El Camino Real. You've probably seen this project happening. The applicant, in fact, was not originally aware that the temporary use permit was required, and so they have been using that southeast corner of the parking lot since approximately July 24th. And so they have complied now that they're aware of the situation, and we've been coordinating with them as well as with our own internal city staff to make sure that the process is followed completely. And so they are proposing to use the 7 parking spaces that are in the southeast corner. Since they have been using it now for some time, we have seen that they have kept the site very clean, and we have not received any concerns or complaints from any of the neighbors. So staff does have some confidence at this time that it can go forward in an appropriate fashion. So due to the high visibility of this location, we have included several strict conditions. Specifically, we've asked that the site be cleaned on a daily basis. We've specified that they cannot store any building materials or plants. Only the equipment can be stored at that location. And we've also specified that there should be no maintenance of the equipment on the site. The project is expected to be completed in March of 2010. However, staff would recommend approving the temporary use permit through July of 2010 in case of any unforeseen conditions. And this would be 1 year from the time that they actually started the construction project. And so we also have added a condition, since we're not sure exactly when it will end, that they remove all equipment and clean the site within 14 days of the completion of the project. And so staff would recommend approval of the temporary use permit based on findings 1 through 3 and subject to conditions 1 through 7. I'm available for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions for staff?
Through the chair.
Commissioner Peterson.
I don't even want to ask this, but it almost asked itself. Did you consider, or do you have through the construction contract a condition that the applicant will restore the parking lot if it's damaged by the equipment storage?
I think that they would have that as part of the construction contract. I think it could be appropriate to add it as a condition here tonight as well.
Agreed. Without having the construction contract in front of us, I would recommend to go with your recommendation, if you are going to make it, to include that as a condition.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Thank you. The applicant can please step forward and give us your name and also an overview of your project, please.
Good evening. My name is Vivian Tran. I work for J.J. Nguyen Corporation. We are here to ask for a permission to use several parking lot space for our equipment storage. Do you have any questions for us?
Do you, excuse me, I'll ask the staff first, or the commissioners. Are there any questions of the applicant? No. Thank you. Have you read all the conditions, and are you in agreement with including the last point that was brought up?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is there anybody else from the public that have any comments on this matter? Okay, hearing none, we'll close public comments and bring it back to Planning Commission discussion. There are no comments or questions. Is there a motion?
Through the chair.
Commissioner Biassatti?
Motion that we approve use permit 9004 based on findings of fact 1 through 3 and conditions approval 1 through 8.
Second.
Did I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And there is a 10-day appeal process before any action can take place.
Through the chair,
Commissioner Peterson?
I'd like to ask staff that they assign someone to take some photographs of the existing conditions, because if you didn't do it before, at least you'll have something now,
We will do.
so you know if there was some damage.
Thank you. It's good point taken.